Hello and welcome. My name is Natalie and this is Flamin Hot Reviews. Now, today I've got a very special episode for you. As you can see, I am not where I normally film. I'm actually standing in my kitchen right now because the review that I'm doing is a little unorthodox in that I will actually be having to cook it myself. Over the past, I don't know, week or so, I have been barraged by requests to create and taste my take on a particular Flamin Hot Cheetos based recipe. A lot of friends, my mom even, tagged me in posts related to this on social media, so I absolutely had to do it. By far the most requested thing since the beginning of the show. So it's going to be a little bit of a different episode. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm just kind of in my kitchen with my phone, so I'm sorry if the sound quality is not very good or anything. But I'm going to attempt to follow this recipe, which I will leave a link to the video in the description if you would like to see how it's done, but I will be sort of describing it. But right now I'm just kind of doing this intro, and then I'm going to switch into the cooking. So essentially what this recipe is another take on the Flamin Hot mac and cheese. Whereas opposed to the last one, which, was like an actual official product that, came from a box and all that, this is sort of a homemade version, I suppose you could say. And it has one particularly unorthodox method for crafting the sauce that you'll see here in a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and switch over to cooking. I'm probably going to cut around a little bit, and then we will sit down and give it a try. So I guess let's get into it. Let's see how it goes. All right. So welcome back, everyone. Now, what I've got here, it's a little dark, as I unfortunately do not have an overhead light. It kind of sucks, but we're gonna make it work. Now, what I've got here is 2 pots of boiling water. Now, this one's gonna be for our noodles, which I'm gonna go ahead and add in there right now. Give them a little stir, and then we're gonna leave those alone. That's not the important part. What is important is this pot, because this is going to be used to craft our sauce. Now, you may recall I mentioned that there was a very unorthodox method to creating the sauce here, and that is because we're going to take this water, which this is about 3 cups of water or so, and I'm going to take this bag of Flamin Hot Cheetos, and I'm going to kind of just dump them in there. That's right. This method for making this requires boiling an entire bag of Flamin Hot Cheetos. And in fact, actually, it's not just one entire bag. We're also going to put in a little bit of these Flamin Hot Limon ones. We're going to put in about 1/4 of the bag. We just want a bit of lime. Whoa, getting away from me a little. That's okay. About 1/4. It was a little bit more than 1/4, but you know what? That's okay. And we're going to boil these Cheetos. And now I gotta say, when I saw this, that's just a bit of a casualty. That'll be okay. When I saw this, I was baffled. Because I thought to myself, I gotta turn this down. This is going a little nuts. Let's put that down to a simmer. Now, I just gotta say, when I saw this, I was absolutely baffled. I mean, I am boiling Cheetos right now, and I gotta say, never in my life did I think I would be boiling Cheetos. But life takes you to unexpected places, folks. And that's where we're going today. Now, I'm also going to add the cheese packets from a value size box of Kraft mac and cheese. Looks like this. I think in some places it's called a family size. But for me, where I live, it is value size. Sorry, it's a little difficult to do this one-handed while holding the camera, and also trying to film. So anyway, that's pretty much the whole crux of this. And as you can see, it's starting to get pretty thick. Oh no! I just remember I'm doing this. This is for you. This is for you, the viewers. I sacrifice my own stomach health for your benefit, so you don't have to. There we go. Let some more of the light in. Oh, that is just a lovely color. Oh, oh dear. Oh, it's at the edge. It might be a little hard to tell, but some of the fat, it might be separating. Okay, let me turn this down. I might just turn this off and just let it kind of finish. It smells kind of like popcorn, honestly. It's a heavy corn smell, which makes sense, as we know. The main ingredient in Flamin' Hot Cheetos is, of course, cornmeal, so it does make sense. But yes, so anyway, I mostly wanted to show this part because this is the whole sort of the crux where you form this sauce by boiling Flaming Hot Cheetos and adding in a packet of cheese sauce. So I'm going to wait for my noodles here to finish. Once they do, I will simply be combining the two together, and I will see you when it's done. And I've got a nice scrumptious big bowl in front of me, and we can get into the review. Okay, welcome back. So now that the cooking is finished, we can take a quick look at our finished product, which is yum. Oh, it looks so good. I'm really excited to eat it. I actually am. It still smells very much like popcorn, and it's gotten quite thick, which makes me think that I may have needed a little bit more water for the sauce. But we're going to go ahead and get our first bite. I have not tried this at all. Now, my husband, Tori, as you can see his hand coming into frame, my husband, Tori, is also here. He's going to give it his own try. It is quite warm, so we have to blow on it a little. All right, we're just going in. This is completely blind. I have not tried it at all. Let's see how it is. Get one more. Huh. I am like simultaneously underwhelmed, but also a little overwhelmed, if that makes sense. My feelings are very mixed on this. On one hand, it does taste like a Flamin' Hot Cheeto. I actually would say it tastes, I would definitely say it tastes more like a Flamin' Hot Cheeto than the original, the pre-boxed Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheese does, which I suppose is not a surprise considering it's literally boiled Flaming Hot Cheetos. However, I feel like the fact that it is boiled Flamin' Hot Cheetos is kind of also its downside, because it is very, the sauce is, it's mealy, it's almost a little rubbery, which is really weird. Tori, do you have any commentary you'd like to add? Initial impression?
Nothing good.
Nothing good. Tori seems to dislike it more than I do. I'm like exceedingly neutral on it. I don't know. I would not make this again, but it's not as like disgusting as I thought it was going to be. Like when I saw it, okay.
It's exactly what you think a boiled Flamin' Hot Cheeto tastes like.
Yeah. It's exactly what you think a boiled Flamin' Hot Cheeto would be like. Which again is like surprising, but also I guess not really surprising. It's not terrible. I will say that. it's not terrible. Like I didn't want to puke it up immediately. You know what I mean? Like I could someone get, like I'll probably eat a little bit more to get the full experience. The corn, the cornmeal flavor is by far the biggest flavor note. Like boiling it really brings out that corn flavor, which is weird for mac and cheese. Like it should, like I feel like it should be cheesier, but it's just not. It's not that cheesy. It's like spicy and it's almost like polenta, like spicy, yeah, slightly cheesy polenta. Because with how thick the sauce is, and you know this is just like Kraft blue box noodles, so they're basically nothing. You know what I mean? So it all kind of just melts together. It doesn't have the texture of polenta, but flavor wise, it's almost like spicy polenta. It's rubbery. You can see it jiggling. Oh, okay, I'll stop. To try to use my standard rubric as close as humanly possible. Flavor-wise, it's not that great. I mean, it's not like terrible, but it's not that great. Flavor, it's a 1, maybe a 2. Maybe 2, because it's 1 is like absolute garbage. Like I wouldn't feed this to a dog kind of thing. But it's palatable, but it's just not that great. Texture's terrible. Texture's 1. Texture's 1 by far. It's not good. Like I said, it's rubbery, it's mealy, and that could be a little bit on me. I might have needed to use a bit more water for the sauce. The only problem is the recipe video does not actually specify how much water to use for the sauce, or if it does, I missed it. So I was kind of guessing going off of the visual in the recipe video, which again I will have a description of in the description, the doobly-doo as it were, that you could check out if you'd like to see how the original is made yourself. But point being, it's rubbery. I mean, it's Kraft Blue Box noodles, so it's nothing to write home about. It's already starting off bad, and the sauce being so like thick and gelatinous. I hope that can be heard. Oh yeah, you know what that sounds like. As far as spiciness goes, however, the spiciness is definitely the strongest bit. Yeah, I mean, it's spicy. It's, like I said, it's about as spicy as a Flamin Hot Cheeto. I'd almost be willing to give the spiciness 5 out of 5. Because I would say, aside from the corn, that's the other immediate thing you taste. Like, right on the tongue, the first notes I get is the corn and the cayenne spiciness. So, like, it nails that. I think it does a good job for that. Tori agrees pretty much, I would say, with all my assessments. So, like, spiciness, it's not bad for that. But, like, everything else, not good. Cannot recommend. Cannot recommend. That being said, I do love to cook. Those of you who know me personally, you know I'm an avid cook. It's actually what I do for my job outside of YouTube. So I think what I need to do is come up with my own Flamin' Hot Cheetos mac and cheese recipe and make a separate video about that. So look forward to that coming up. I'm not exactly sure when. I'm really hesitant to give any kind of estimate because my upload schedule is like extremely infrequent. But it is coming. It will happen. And it will assuredly be better than this. So, thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who tagged me in this. Like I said, like several friends sent this to me. My mom even tagged it. So thank you. I really appreciate it when people do that. It gives me great ideas for videos. And if you enjoyed it, you know, please leave a like, a comment, share the video, and subscribe for more. So thanks for watching. Bye.